today I'm going to give you guys a summer book recommendation video. I noticed every time I watch videos about summer books, it's always the exact same books. It happened one summer, Hook, Line, and Sinker, The Unhoneymooners, Anything by Emily Henry, Summer I Turned Pretty, which is valid because I love The Summer I Turned Pretty. Just for this summer, I actually have not read this yet. Anything by Carly Fortune, Summer Broken Rules, Love and Gelato, which is also very valid. Yeah, those books are all great, and I love them. Well, I love most of them. This was a hard no from me. But I wanted to make a summer book video kind of giving you guys maybe some different suggestions. The majority of these books are kind of ones that were popular back in the prime of BookTube, but we're in a new generation. We moved from BookTube to BookTok. I'm still a BookTube girl, and I still get my recommendations from 10 years ago on BookTube. We're gonna start with my favorite summer book series of all time, and that is the Honeywood series by Julie Olivia. I am obsessed with Julie Olivia. She is potentially my favorite romance author. I literally have on my wall right here my little Julie frame. I have many autographs from her. I have the second Honeywood book personalized and signed. This is not a summer book, but I need to flex. It's the original copy of her new book, If It Makes You Happy. Also signed. This just got approval to be in bookstores, and it got a whole cover redesign and re-release and everything, so I'm expecting her to hopefully get more attention because she deserves it. But the Honeywood series, this whole series takes place at Honeywood, which is like a small town amusement park, and each book is about a different worker at the park and their relationships. I worked at an amusement park one summer, and I read these books during that time, and it was just, could not be more perfect. My least favorite one is Our Ride to Forever. I think it was a bit too spicy. I don't mind spice, but it was just like kind of overkill. My favorite one is Their Free Fall at Last. It is Childhood Friends to Lovers, and it is so good. Next, I will recommend Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison. This is from the Love Light Farm series. It is a small town farm romance series. Once again, I work at a farm every fall, so I love books that take place on farms. Like, each book is a different season. This is the summer one, and I just love this entire series so much. This one is about a baker that falls in love with a teacher, and it's just really cute. This one is kind of popular, and I think this is more of a recent book, but it's giving me old school BookTube vibes, and that is Alex Approximately. It's about a girl who loves movies. She's like a total film bro, and she has an online guy friend named Alex. She has to go to California to be with her dad, and that is also where her guy friend Alex lives, but she didn't tell Alex that she was coming to California. So she meets this boy while she's there. She kind of has a thing with him. Turns out that guy is her guy friend Alex, and you kind of go along with her journey till she figures it out that it's the same guy. I'm also gonna recommend Hot Dog Girl. This is obviously young adult. It was a very quick book. My friend got me this in our book swap we did last year. It is an LGBTQ book about a girl that works at an amusement park, and her best friend have to try to stop the park from closing down, and things happen. That's it. It wasn't anything amazing, but it's cute and summery. I haven't heard anybody talk about this one yet, but this is Better Than Revenge by Casey West. This is about a girl that really wants to be like a famous podcaster. Her boyfriend, Jensen, is a football player, and he ends up trying out for the same podcast thing, and he like steals her idea. So he like totally betrays her. So she's like, you know what? I'm gonna get on his football team to like pay back, basically. And this boy, Theo, helps her train to get onto the football team, and it's really cute. Not anything super memorable, but it was a cute book, and it's a Taylor Swift reference. I'll be quick with this one because I forgot to put it in like the basic book section, but I love this book. Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I still need to keep on with the series, but I'm reading the Chestnut Springs series right now, so I don't want to get into another cowboy series. But I absolutely loved this book. It's perfect for cowgirl summer. I'm not sure if this one is like super popular. I know it had a TV show on Netflix, but I don't really hear people talk about the book, so I'm just going to include it. That is My Life with the Walter Boys by Ali Novick. I found this old copy of it in a thrift store like years ago, and I loved it. I tabbed the heck out of it, and then I got the like new cover, the one that everybody knows. Girl named Jackie, her parents die in a car accident, so she has to move to a new state and stay with the Walter family, which is a family that has 12 boys living in the house. Well, 11, and one's like a tomboy girl. So basically 12 boys living in the house. I remember the day I started reading this, I went out to lunch with my mom and a friend, and I could not stop thinking about it, and I was so excited to get home and keep reading it. Okay, I'm gonna recommend The Sun Is Also a Star and Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. These are old classics. I've always said Nicola Yoon is basically the female version of John Green. Very easy to read, but really good young adult contemporary romances. It's been years since I've read these, but Everything Everything is about a girl, I think her name's Mia? Oh, Maddie and Ollie, and Maddie has like a disease where she gets sick very easily. Like, she has to be very careful about her immunity, and she meets a boy named Ollie, and they decide to go on an adventure, and she comes out of her shell and breaks all the rules that she's not supposed to break, but she wants to live her life to the fullest, so Ollie helps her do that, and it was really cute. Tasha, she is one day away from being deported. Her and her whole family are getting deported back to their country, and she has one day left to stay in America, and she meets a boy named Daniel, and they spend the day together. These are both very cute books, very quick. I recommend both of them. I have seen people talk about Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, but I have not heard people talk about Stephanie's other books, and Stephanie is one of my absolute favorite romance authors ever. She has two other books in this trilogy, Isla and the Happily Ever After and Lola and the Boy Next Door. This one is really good. It takes place in Paris. This one is possibly my favorite. I read this one first. It's the one I remember the most. But this one is a second chance romance. The main character, she's very quirky. Like, this is giving like Tumblr quirky girl vibes. It can be a little cringe. Probably if I reread it now it would be cringe, but I remember loving it at the time. Cricket. I forgot Cricket. That's such a weird name. Cricket and Calliope, two twins, and she's the main character, Lola, she used to be best friends with Calliope, and I think she used to date Cricket, and they moved away, and now they're back, and you get to see what happens between them when they reunite. Probably my favorite summer-specific author ever, Morgan Matson. So we have Since You've Been Gone and Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Emily's best friend named Salone goes missing and just leaves. And she leaves behind a bucket list of things that she wants Emily to complete while she's gone. Kind of like Paper Towns, but add more adventure to it. Amy and Roger is about two kids named Amy and Roger who go on a road trip together. This book was actually inspired by a real-life road trip that the author went on. So throughout the book there are pictures and like notes and stuff that's like from the actual road trip. So it's really an immersive book and very visual because it's based on a real road trip. In both of these books there are fire playlists. There are like a playlist after every chapter. Now when I hear those songs I think of these books. We have When Dimple Met Rishi. I love this book. I read it in the springtime, but it's more summer vibes, I think. It's about a girl named Dimple who is in this very like kind of conservative Indian family, and her family really wants her to get married, and she's like, no, I just want to be like a web developer, like leave me alone and let me do my thing. So she goes to this like conference, I think that's what you would call it. It just says like a summer program for people that want to be web developers. And while she was there, a family friend's kid named Rishi also goes to the program, and he's supposed to be finding Dimple and basically getting together with her because like their parents want them to be together. He is a wannabe comic book artist. So you have a web developer, comic book artist, and he's trying to be arranged married to her and she doesn't really want to be. It was a really unique plot from what I usually read, and it was really cute, and the romance was literally adorable. This book has such a summer setting that I just need to include it. I actually don't know if it's a thriller or a horror. I get more horror vibes. It's kind of Stephen King-esque, but it's The Troop by Nick Cutter. This book has scarred me and stuck with me. I read it like years ago, I think, and I still remember like everything about the book. Long story short, it's about a group of Boy Scouts, it's a Boy Scout troop, who are on this island for one of their troop missions, and there ends up being this like pandemic, I guess you would call it, of these tapeworms that eat people from the inside out, and the worms are found on the island, so the island has to be shut down and the boys have to be quarantined on the island and try to not get these tapeworms. So much body horror, and it's just nasty. It is so visual, but it was so addicting. Like, I couldn't put this book down. So if you like gross horror books, I definitely recommend this. So those are my summer book recommendations. I hope you guys got some different ones than what you usually see online. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good summer reading summer books.